Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Delco Cross Country Podcast. With you as always, this is your host. My name is Kevin Key. I'm going to bring you today a little different of a podcast. Yes, I am outside. If you cannot tell by all the loud noises, the airplane overhead, the wind blowing at my back, or in my face, or in the microphone. This is outside, the cross country is outside. This is going to be a little bit different. But first, for analytics purposes only, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you're on Apple or Spotify, a 5-star review, a comment. It's good for the analytics. It helps me out in any way possible. I don't know exactly how it helps me out. It's just like a podcasting thing, apparently, in which you say, hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe. So for the analytics, for me, for the purpose of this podcast, maybe one day I'll actually make money out of this. Who knows? But this is, once again, Kevin Key with the Delco Cross Country Podcast. And as I stated, I'm going to do something a little different. There weren't many meets this weekend, being that we have league championships just this week. So we are only a couple days away. This is recorded on Sunday. Central League Championships are on Tuesday. So we are pretty close to league championships this week. So keep an eye out for everything going on. I'm also going to try to hit you with another Central League Championship preview. So maybe I'll release this one after Centrals or after Interacts and just make it a little bit more fun. But this is actually kind of like a timely podcast because this is about the top 10 on my All Delco watch right now. These are the 10 athletes on my All Delco watch, as well as my teams, my top 5 ranked teams in Delaware County right now. Let me start with the top 5 teams in Delaware County right now. And I'm going to start at the boys' end. I'm going to start with an honorable mention in this one. My honorable mention goes to Bonner and Prendy. Great Delco championships. Did not get to look at the Manhattan Invitational results, but they're doing well right now. Team to look out for when it comes to Catholics and District 12s. You also have the team from Strathaven. Another great performance out of those boys. They are running absolutely berserk right now as well. Top 5 wise, nothing really changes within your top 5 rankings. Your number 5, Radnor. They've done such a good job this season. Right now they're sitting at number 5. They can easily get into number 4 or 3 at one point. Number 4 is the team from Ridley. You have Joey Lancey back. You have Jackson Kane. You have Oma Matheos. You have a good, solid core there. I'm excited to see what they do at Central League Championships this week. At number 3, you have the newly ranked Haverford. They are now state ranked in the state of Pennsylvania. They've topped the top 20. They've cracked the top 20 in mile splits rankings. I believe they are 14th ranked overall. They were without their number 2 runner a week ago at Paul Short Invitational. And Sean Lawson, so they have now officially cracked that top 20. Number 2 right now, you have the team from Episcopal, which could really, honestly, if it wasn't for Pencrest and Episcopal going straight up in back-to-back weeks at Delco's and Paul Short, this could have gone either way for these two teams. Number 1 is, right now, obviously Pencrest. Episcopal and Pencrest just continue to perform and put on some great races. Overall, and both of them are now ranked in the state of Pennsylvania once again. I believe they should both be ranked higher. Mile Split currently has Pencrest ranked 7th. They had them preseason 11th this year. Stayed there the back-to-back wins at Delco Championships and the Paul Short Invitational, where they put Rowan Carr and Edemias Mulligan in the top 8 with Nick Fontaine 33rd. It propelled them to victory as they look to carry their momentum through the month of October. That's a great report, but honestly, I can see them in the top 5 right now in the state of Pennsylvania, and I could see that team from Episcopal also in that top 5. Episcopal ranked number 8 right now, previously number 15. Mile Split states that, like Pencrest, Episcopal Academy has also found the momentum over the last few weeks. They were second to Pencrest at Delco Championships and at Paul Short. The margins were small in both of those races, as they lost by 12 points at Delco's and just 5 points at Paul Short. Eli Engelman, Curtis Connor, and John Ricketts have occupied their top 3. They've all run 15:52 or faster at Paul Short. And then you have our number 3 ranked team who came in not ranked in the state of Pennsylvania. They're number 15 in the state of Pennsylvania right now in Haverford. and noted by mile split, they looked competitive at the PIAA Foundation meet. Team finished 7th in the 3A race behind Hershey and Fox Chapel area. Teddy Foster finished 11th overall, which is a solid low stick that they'll need. At Paul Short, Haverford finished 10th overall, but they were without Sean Lawson, who has been consistently the team's number 2. I've seen Lawson as low as 4, but I get where they're going here on PA mile split. And honestly, Haverford does deserve a spot in there. I've been preaching Haverford throughout the entire year, and I would have loved to see a healthy Haverford go up against Pencrest and Episcopal at Paul Short. Sadly, we did not get that. And I would have loved to see a healthy Haverford go up against them at Delco Championships. Once again, sadly, we did not get that. But those are things that we will see. We'll at least see them go against Pencrest next week. By the way, note taken, Sean Lawson, he would be ranked their number 4 man based off of the Carlisle Invitational time. He is pretty much their number 2. So, yes, Haverford definitely deserves to be within that top rankings. I'm excited to see what they do this upcoming week at Central League Championships versus Pencrest. And on the girls' end, I'm going to note some things on the girls' end as well. Sorry, my wife is texting me as this podcast is going on. So I'm returning her text, and I'm one of those guys who can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time, apparently, to get this done. So on the girls' end, ranking-wise, my honorable mentions this week, they go to Episcopal Academy and Garnet Valley. Kendra Williamson is always going to put Episcopal Academy in this ranking. Just throwing it out there. Garnet Valley, they have Avery Lustgarden, again, another team that's continued to impress. Right now on the girls' end, you know who number 1 is. Number 1 is one of the top teams in the state of Pennsylvania, in a team from Haverford. I can deep dive into them as much as possible, but you already know who number 1 is. We've talked about them a number of times on this podcast. You're going to hear them on the top 10 list as well. So I'm going to go into my number 5. My number 5 team right now is the team from Springfield High School in Delaware County. I think losing Sophie Curse and losing Sarah Emch last week at Salanzianum definitely hurt them, not having them race, and I'm hoping that they get healthy soon. But right now, Springfield sits at my number 5. I have Agnes Irwin at number 4. They could have just sat back last week and done nothing, but they stepped up big time. They definitely are looking to battle it out once we get into Interacts this upcoming week as well. My number 3 team is from Radnor. While they did beat Notre Dame at Paul Short, while they beat Notre Dame at Paul Short, Notre Dame was without Carson Tierney in that one, so I'm still going to keep Notre Dame at number 2. I think Notre Dame has more of those top girls up front. I love the team from Radnor. I think Radnor's done a tremendous job. I'm still going to go with Notre Dame at number 2 this week. And at number 1, clearly, is the team from Haverford. I'm going to give you the top athletes to watch when it comes to the All DELCO watch list for me. These are my top 10 athletes to watch. I'm going to start with my 3 athletes that are up, in my opinion, for Runner of the Year watch. That is Delaware County Runner of the Year watch. That is the pivotal back cover of Delco Times that people really do like and love to see every time All DELCO is released. I have 3 boys going up for that. In reality, it's probably 4. However, the 3 on this list, the 3 that are ahead, have straight out beaten the number 4 guy a number of times. So I have 3, but it could be 4 as well. Number 1 on my list is Rowan Carr. Rowan Carr from Pencrest continues his dominant season. He's one of those athletes continuing to look for Delco Runner of the Year. He won Delco championships. He was one of the top finishers at Paul Short. Guy just continues to push and battle. At number 2, I have Jackson Kane from Ridley, another guy on my Delco Runner of the Year watch. He started the season strong in his 2-mile races and came back even stronger at Delco's and at Paul Short, right when he needed to. Again, Jackson Kane right now is ranked number 2 for me. Edemias Mulugeta, he is ranked number 3. He is from Pencrest. Eddie continues to run well and work with Rowan and his other teammates, and it's paying off. Once again, he is on Delco Run of the Year watch for me, and I know Rowan Carr would not mind that either, especially since they've grown so close over the past couple of years. Another guy who could be on my watch is Eli Engelman from Episcopal. He's a strong up-front racer for a strong Episcopal Academy team. The senior stepped up big time at Delco's and again at Paul Short, and will look to continue that trend when it comes to Interacts this week. At number 5 this week, I have Curtis Connor from Episcopal. He was 5th at Delco Championships. He's currently 5th overall in the rankings. Connor continues to have a strong season. So right now I have Curtis Connor as my number 5 guy. At number 6, I have Nick Fonte from Pencrest. Delco's was a breaking out point for Nick this season. He will hope to keep that up with a strong pack right in front of him. Nick Fonte from Pencrest right now, my number 6 ranking, which moves me to number 7 in Teddy Foster from Haverford. I've spoken a little bit about Teddy Foster already today. Teddy has had a strong season this year. He showed more at Paul Short. While ranking at 7th, it was his 15:59 at Carlisle that may have cemented his chances to be in the top 7 of that all Delco voting, while he did not compete in Delco championships and in years past. So putting this out there right now, in years past, Harry Chaikin, great writer from Delco Times, actually someone who I've grown very close with personally, like I have with Terry Toohey. Harry Chaikin would take the top 7 finishers at Delco Championships and say, here, you are the first team all Delcos. In years past, it has changed to the point of an overall season in turn for these Delco athletes. So right now, Teddy Foster is sitting with me at number 7. Even though he did not race at Delco Championships, I think he would have been definitely up there within those top 5 athletes for sure. And his 15:59 at the Carlisle meet, which is a tough course, pretty much cements him within that top 7 right now, especially when it comes to our all Delco voting. We'll see now that the wheels are turning and things are turning over into these championship seasons, what happens. At number 8 right now, I have Joseph Garzio from Radnor. He had a slow beginning of the season, but that quickly changed once Delco's came around. He's getting his legs under him a lot more. Would not be surprised if his season ends as a top 5 runner in Delaware County. At number 9 right now, I have John Ricketts of Episcopal Academy. Ricketts had 2 back-to-back great races at Delco's and Paul Short. He looks to continue to push up into the rankings. And at number 10 right now, I have Donnie Cave of Bonard Prendy. Donnie had a great Delco Championships as 9th overall. He did not compete at Paul Short, but in my opinion, be flying, because that's the type of guy he is. He's a short guy, definitely flies a little bit more on those faster courses, and I think he would have flown in comparison to the other athletes around him. The guys I am watching outside of this top 10 are guys like Joey Lancy of Ridley. As I stated, he's only getting stronger and should be in the top 10 ranking soon. Julian Bothma from Marple. He continues to have a strong season, looking better and better each week. I also have Alex Dardarian of the Haverford School for Boys. Alex ran fast at the Whippets Invitational, but that was before Delco Championships, so we have to see if his rankings can increase once Interacts come around. On the girls' end, I have 2 girls on the Delco Runner of the Year watch right now. Obviously, your top 1 right now is Kendra Williamson from Episcopal Academy. There's no doubt that Kendra is going to be a first-team All-Delco. This sophomore sensation has continued to run strong and continues to drop time. Right now, she is on that Run of the Year watch. She matched up again at Paul Short with Olivia Cieslak for the first time, and that is pretty much why Kendra right now is number 1. Kendra right now is number 1 in my Delco Run of the Year voting as well, so we shall see. However, Olivia Cieslak, she's number 2. She debuted at Paul Short, her first race of the season, and she ran very strong within that race. And you know there's more to come. You know Centrals are coming. You know the District 1 championships are coming. She's going to look to continue to be one of the top runners in the state of Pennsylvania, not only in Delaware County. So I would definitely put Olivia as another person to watch out for. Clearly, Olivia is going to be a person to watch out for in the Runner of the Year voting. At number 3 right now, I have Cameron McGeehan of Haverford. Cam continues to work hard for her spots and has built the respect of many in Delaware County, not just for her work ethic and ability, but because of how much she shows that she cares. There's no doubt that Cameron will be a 4-time first Team All DELCO at this rate. At number 4, I have Emma Hyde from Radnor. Emma had a stellar Delco Championships and Paul Short Invitational. She led Radnor to a victory at Paul Short. She's a name to look at as we dive deeper and deeper into the season, and she continues to get stronger and stronger. At number 5 right now, I have Mary Rosano from Notre Dame. Mary did not have the Delcos she wanted, but she came back strong at Paul Short. We will see what she does in Interacts and beyond to keep her moving up. At number 6, I have Carson Tierney. Notre Dame did not race Carson at Paul Short Invitational, but her Delco Championship performance going 3rd was admirable. She has continued to show growth and ability as she moves up into the rankings. At number 7 right now, I have freshman CC Cecilia Kane from Ridley. CC continues to have a strong freshman season. At Delco, she was 3rd most of that race and went up against some of the top Delco runners and top that Delco has to offer. She's going to look to continue that trend at Central League Championships. At number 8 right now, I have Ryan Dankiness. She's from Haverford. Ryan showed she could step up a number of times when Olivia and Cameron were missing. Her 6th place performance at Delco's shows she is someone that they can rely on. At number 9, I have Sophia Curtis from Springfield. Sophia had a strong Delco Championships with no meet over the past weekend, as it seemed like she was sick for Lancianum. Sophia is a name to continue to keep an eye on as she gets more races under her legs. And at number 10, this is going to be a challenging one. I have Sophia Casey from Agnes Irwin. And yes, Sophia is one of those 3 from Agnes Irwin that has had a stellar cross-country season so far. She's currently 8th when you put together the rankings due to her Whippets Invitational time. But once again, I have her going at number 10 right now. And that's really because of her strong performance at the William Tennant Invitational. While she did not have the Delco she wanted, she came back strong at that William Tennant Invitational, and she's going to look to continue that at Interacts with her teammates. Speaking about her teammates, I have 2 I'm looking out for right now. They're on my 2 watch list. Avery Brennan, Emma Watson, both from Agnes Irwin. They are the people I'm watching right now. They've had tremendous cross-country seasons with a sprinkle of magic. I also have Avery Lustgarden from Garnet Valley. Avery continues to get stronger and stronger, and I would not be surprised when she enters the top rankings. I'm also looking at Micah Haskins from Haverford. Micah is another one that continues to get stronger and stronger. Wouldn't be surprised if she ends up in the top 10 rankings. She's currently number 7 overall with time due to Paul Short. I also have Kara Sweeney from Notre Dame. Kara's had a strong season as well, working up there with Rosano and Tierney throughout the season, and she also has a top 10 time this year. That girl's first Team All DELCO is going to be tough to watch. Like I said, this is going to be a quick hitter. This one is probably going to be loud and in your ears based off of what my audio is stating on my microphone right now. This is going to be a quick hitter for you. I'm coming back in a little bit with a quick breakdown of Central League Championships and Interacts if I have the time to, of course. I'm trying to get some of these podcasts out prior to those races. So this is one of like 2 podcasts I'm recording tonight. I'm glad I'm able to get this out, but those are the people I'm watching out for. I'm going to look to add that each week, looking at rankings throughout the season and seeing who ranks in my top 10 and top 5 teams. If you like this, like I said, give me a 5-star review, leave a comment, send me an email, delcoxc@gmail.com. Find me on Twitter or Instagram, delcoxcpod. On both of those. Continued success this season. I'm looking forward to breaking down and looking at results from Centrals and Interacts and the Baylor League Championships and Catholic League Championships this week. While you're out there, get out there and make sure you move up those hills. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed this one. This is Kevin Key logging off.